application, and the main purpose to make this video to help others who actually wants to learn SAP ME application. So I will be covering these 10 topics in this session, and I will upload some more video as well whenever I will get some time. So here I will give some a basic introduction to Leonardo. Then I will go for SAP ME overview. Then what is the technical and functional landscape for SAP ME? What is ME users, roles, and user groups? How to create a site in SAP ME and assign a particular site to a newly created users. And then I will go for the activity. What is activity groups? What is activity manager? How you can set your preferences in SAP ME, and that will be your user specific preference. What is the hook point? What is the hookable activities? What is the activity hook? And what is the illegal characters and keyboard shortcuts that you can use? So this is a SAP ME access URL that you can see here, http://server port/manufacturing. So this is the URL that you need to use whenever you want to access SAP ME application. So just you need to know what is the server and what is the port to access the SAP ME application, and you can access it by forming this URL. So SAP Leonardo. So SAP Leonardo is a step of innovations that helps companies to navigate a new digital revolution and guide their transformation into a digital business. So how it will be done on Leonardo platform? So doing your a business transformation to a digital transformation to a digital on cloud. So for that, SAP Leonardo consists of below technologies, and these are technology you can use for your application or for your requirements. That is first is the machine learning. You can use a machine learning for your predict a future outcome. You can use the blockchain, you can use data intelligence, you can use a big data, IoT, analytics. So Leonardo is nothing but a collection of your intelligent technologies. And these all are your intelligent technology available on the SAP Leonardo platform, and that you can use. So now I'm coming to SAP ME overview and its features and benefits. So first we will see what is SAP ME. So SAP ME is a manufacturing a system from SAP, and that provides a single point of operation and control of your manufacturing processes. If you are using SAP ME, you can manage and control manufacturing and shop floor operations and processes that you are using to manufacture a particular product. You can collect and you can store the manufacturing data to determine how a product is built, and that will be stored in SAP ME database, and you can get this information anytime whenever you need it. It collects information as well that's might required for your traceability. It manages the defects and implement a corrective action to prevent a reoccurrence of the failure. So that also SAP ME can manage, providing a complete component and material level visibility for a single and global operations. So whatever the operations you are performing for a manufacturing, whatever the data you are going to collect in a manufacturing processes, that all will be available in your SAP ME database. And there are multiple reports, that is the standard reports that provided by SAP ME. Through that you can see that stored data for a particular SFC number. So these are some of the benefits, some of the features of SAP ME that I have listed down here. But apart from that, there are more as well. But I have written here some of the important features available in SAP ME. So SAP ME has a ability to capture the entire history of a particular product, and that enables a quick electronic recall of a product. The meaning is that whenever you are manufacturing any product using SAP ME, it stores all the data related to the product. So whenever you need the information about a particular SFC number or a particular vehicles that you are assembling by using SAP ME, anytime you can recall it. And that are very quick. On a single click, you will get all the informations related to your SFCs that you are manufacturing on the floor. It provides a very easy configuration for the production operator dashboard. So according to your own requirement, you can create your own dashboards as well. So you don't have to write a single line of code if you are going to use standard interfaces. You can create your own production operator dashboard and you can use it. But in a certain scenarios, if there is nothing available for according to your requirements, so in that case you can go for your custom enhancement in SAP ME SDK Java. SAP ME also provides a work instruction display that might help in your operator training, as well as it will help operator who is working on the floor. So that work instructions also it's provide a multiple attachment points like a materials, or you can attach it to the operation or sub steps, and accordingly work instruction will be displayed and operator can follow that work instruction and perform their task. It's SAP ME also has an ability for real-time messaging or notification. So SAP ME provides features by that is known as the message services, and by using a messaging services in SAP ME, operators in a plants who is working, they can communicate each other, they can acknowledge the messages, or they can interact with the supervisor, or even supervisor interact with available available operators on the floor, or system can also generate some notifications or some alerts to a concerned person. So just for example, suppose at a particular operations on a manufacturing processes, and one operator logged an ANSI. So system will automatically generate one notification and send an email to a concerned person if you have configured your SAP ME system accordingly. It has also a feature for a certification. So by using a certification, only certified user can work on a particular material, a resource, or a customer order, or a particular work center. It also provides a ability for your non-conformance management, where SAP ME provides a multi-level non-conformances like a primary, secondary, uh, ANSI codes that you can log to a particular component level, as well as you can log it to the product level. It also provides a standard real-time statistical process control that you can use for the quality. Visual test repair VTR pod, also a very good feature in SAP ME that provide you a very good user interface, very good user interface. Through that directly you can log a ANSI by selecting a particular portion of your product or particular a part of the product. A return and repair order also, that is RMA order, also uh, accepted by SAP ME, and you can use the RMA order as well. And it's a very good feature in SAP ME, that is a level tracking. So you can track even a clock in, clock out, or labor, how much time a particular operator is working on a particular product. You can do, you can trace his time, and accordingly you can send the information for the payroll. Configuration data transfer, so it also provides the interface through that you can transfer your configuration data from one system to another system. So suppose you have done a configurations in a development, so same configuration you can transfer from your development system to quality system or production system. Integration to SAP Business Object Reporting solution. So there is a business object reporting tools available by SAP. By using that, you can get some of the standard reports as well, and it provides you some more flexibility while seeing the reports. It also provides a drill down capability to view the reports. Adobe Document Services ADS is mainly used for appending a document or label on the manufacturing floor. Machine integration layer Pico by so SAP ME also provides interface to connect with the Pico, and Pico will be connecting to your plant floor machines. Seamless integration with SAP ERP. So there is a out-of-box integration provided by SAP. So SAP ME can be connected to ERP system without writing any code. Just for the configuration is needed. By performing a configuration, you can connect your ERP system to SAP ME system for sending your master data and transaction data like a production order. So here I have just listed down some of the benefits if you are going to use SAP ME application. So SAP ME application ensures that right product is built at right operation using the right equipment or machines by a certified operators. And that will increase your quality. Reduce a product time to market through control and management of WIP inventory and rework. So at the real time, you can see the progresses that is happening for your particular product. If some issue is happens, some ANSI has been logged, so it's went to the rework, and how the rework is going on. So all the visibility will be available, or that will give you ability that you can react quickly. So it will reduce your product time to the market. Share critical data about a status of WIP with enterprise systems so you can make a real-time decision. So almost uh, a real-time data are transferring between SAP ME to ERP. So whenever you are completing any operations or some other task in SAP ME that is integrated with your SAP ERP system, so in the real time, it gets updated into ERP system as well. And it's also improved the product quality by using some enforcement of business manufacturing rules. So these all are the benefits if you are going to use SAP ME application. This is your technical architecture, technical landscape. So here you can see this is your SAP NetViewer application server Java. So SAP ME, MII, MEINT, these all are the applications inside SAP NetViewer application server Java. So these all applications are within your NetViewer application server Java, and ME is one of them. So SAP ME can be connected to your SAP BobJ exercise. So BobJ is a reporting tool. So you can connect your SAP ME system to SAP BobJ for your reporting, and you can perform your reporting in a BobJ. Or you can connect it to SAP, or you can do your reporting in SAP MI as well. SAP ME is connected to the ERP system, and that is done by using SAP ME INT. So by using SAP ME INT, SAP ME can be connected to ERP system by doing or by performing some of the configurations, and then you can transfer your data from SAP SAP ERP system to SAP ME system. SAP ME application can be accessed through the client machines by using any of the browser. SAP ME can be connected to your SAP Pico system, plant connectivity system, or is an application from SAP that's mainly used for a machine integration. You can also create SAP ME scripts, and that scripts you can there are some scenarios available at the NetViewer level, and you can execute this script through a scenarios. So like suppose you want to create a table, so you can write SQL scripts in development, and you can transport it to the quality, and by using the script itself you can create a table in a quality system. This is a functional landscape how the SAP ME system is connected to the different system. So you can see here, this is SAP ME system, and that provides a SOAP-based web services for the connection, as well as there is a OData web services. And now SAP ME also creating a REST-based services for a third-party communication. So here, the plant connectivity system has a lot of drivers or connectors available. By using that connectors, you can connect your plant floor machines. So you have to use the connectors that are available at your Pico system, and accordingly you need to see what all machine can be connected. So connecting your machines to a Pico system, Pico can be connected to SAP ME by using a web service. And Then SAP ME can be connected to your business suite, a net, a web NetWeaver, and SAP ME can connect to your ERP system like by using RFCs or SOAP services. So by using this, you can connect your SAP ME to your ERP system. So now I'm coming to SAP ME users, roles, and user group. So what it is? So first of all, any applications need some authentication to verify the identity of a user. So SAP ME is a part of a NetWeaver application server Java. So a NetWeaver application server Java have one user management engine. So user management engine UME is a single source of user management that where you can create or you can assign a roles or you can delete or you can manage a user in UME for all the applications that has been deployed on SAP NetWeaver application server Java. So SAP ME also are deployed on NetWeaver application server Java. So for that application authentication, you have to use UME, user management engine. And in user management engine, you can create a new user, you can assign some roles, and according to that roles, user will be able to access application. So SAP ME NetWeaver security role assignment using UME. So you can see these all are the standard roles available for SAP ME application hosted on NetWeaver application server Java. So if you have an application server Java and on that SAP ME application has been hosted, so accessing a SAP ME application, you have to use UME for creating a user. And that user can access your SAP ME application. So let me explain you in a better way. So suppose this is your NetWeaver system. And inside that SAP ME application is hosted. And suppose this is your UME. Okay, so I'm just quickly labeling it. So this is NetWeaver application server Java, and inside that UME is a part of the NetWeaver, and here this is the SAP ME application. So SAP ME application has been deployed on NetWeaver application server Java. So all the security related things will be handled by UME. So you have to create your user first in UME, then only by using that user you can access this SAP ME application. So if you are using, if a new member join in your team, so first a user need to be created, and then that by using that a user he will be able to access SAP ME application. So coming to the slide. So UME is a single source of single source user management where you can manage users for accessing your SAP ME system. And these all SAP ME administrator, SAP ME user, SAP ME integrator, SAP ME read only. These all are the standard roles that are already available in UME that you can assign to a user whenever you are creating it, or even you can modify the roles for a particular user. And here you can see SAP ME standard user. So site admin, MESys, and ADS, these three users are the standard users. So whenever you are installing SAP ME system, so at that time a site underscore admin user gets created, and you can log in to your SAP ME system first time by using the site underscore admin user only. And after that, you can create some other users, and you can create the sites, and you can assign the sites to the multiple users. ME says a user is used for a communication between your SAP MII and ME. So whenever you are downloading some iDocs from S4 or ERP system, so at that time it gets processes by using ME user. ADS user is mainly used for your ADS configurations. So for the ADS configuration, the ADS user need to be created in SAP NetViewer UME. So how you can create a new users and assign the roles for to access SAP ME application? Let me show you. So let me log in first to a NetViewer administrator. So to access UME, you have to log into a NetViewer administrator. So this is a NetViewer administrator screen. You can click on a configuration tab, and inside a configuration, you can find here identity management. So click on identity management. So this identity management provides a user interface through that you can manage your plant floor users, or you can manage your SAP ME application user. So how you can create a new user who can access your SAP ME application. So for that, you just have to click on create new. So here the create user. Creating a users, you need to provide or you need to fill some of the information. So here suppose I'm going to give SAP ME demo, and I'm just copying this username, and here I am just defining some password. Okay, I'm making this technical user, so actually I don't have to change the password. So now the second thing is that I'm going to create a user. So what all roles I need to assign? So assigning a role provide your authentication to access the application. So you need to think that for what application you are going to create a user. So that application specific roles you need to assign. If you will not assign application specific roles, that user will not be able to access the system. So here, with respect to SAP ME, There are already some standard roles available in UME, and that you can search it by just keep here a star star and middle of that write ME. Click on go. So these all are the roles available for the SAP ME application. So what I am doing, I'm just selecting one SAP ME user and click on add. SAP ME administrator and click on that. I'm just providing these two roles to this user and clicking on save. So now SAP ME demo user has been created and this user has a assigned role for the application SAP ME. So this user can log into SAP ME and access the application. Okay, so before that, let me again go to the slide. So up to here, we learn how to create a user who can access SAP ME application. Okay, and what all are the standard users and roles available in SAP ME. Now I'm going for user group. So we saw the users roles and now the user group. So what is the user group in SAP ME? So creating a user and assigning a role in UME just provide a authentication. Okay, so what authentication is nothing but just a identity that through that you can log into the application. But what all you will access in an application, what all authorizations you have to access inside the application, that will be decided by user group. So user group is a part of SAP ME application. So according to the user group assignment, you will get the access of the activity. What all activity you can access in SAP ME, what all authorizations you have to access. So that controlling will be done here by using user group in ME application. So there are two levels of security here. The first level of security is handling by SAP NetViewer UME, assigning a role, creating a user and assigning the security roles. And the second level of authorizations, what this user will access in SAP ME application, that will be controlled by user group in SAP ME. So here, once a user created with a required role in NetViewer UME, this user must be assigned to a user group in SAP ME to be able to access and work with SAP ME activity using site maintenance. So here you can see the first thing is that creating a user, and second is that assigning some authorization so he can access SAP ME activity. So here it will be not site maintenance, here it will be user maintenance. User group manage the permission for a user. Permission allow user to execute certain activity. So by user group, you can assign a permission to a particular user. You can assign authorizations to access a particular activity in SAP ME according to the roles. So this is SAP ME user, roles and user group. If you have any question, any doubt, you can comment. I will try to answer. So now I'm coming to a site in SAP ME. So suppose you have created a user and by in NetViewer UME, it means you got access to SAP ME application. but you have not got any authorization, what resources you can access, what resources for SAP ME you will access. So for that, actually, you need to assign some roles by using a user group. So before that, let me log in by a user just a newly created, okay, to ME system. So I have created the user SAP ME demo. Now I'm going to access SAP ME application here. So accessing ME application, just you need to write here host slash host clone port slash manufacturing. Okay, so here you can see SAP ME demo. Here SAP ME demo, I'm providing the password. This is the newly created user. By using that, I'm logging to SAP ME to show you what happens. So as soon as I log into SAP ME, you can see nothing is visible here. And it's the information it is showing. You are not authorized to view any activity. Why? Because I have only created a user and provided a authentication to access SAP ME application, but I have not provided any access to any resources, and that will be controlled by your user group in SAP ME. Okay, and here you can see a plant, right? Clicking on this plant, you can see this is the site in SAP ME, and that's correspond to a plant in your ERP system. So clicking on site, I can see nothing has been assigned to this user. So first, what need to be done? The first, the user will be created, and second, we need to assign some of the sites available in SAP ME. Okay, so how you can assign a site to a particular user in SAP ME along with some access, along with some authorization. So for that, let me create a site. Okay, so before that, so this is the site maintenance. So that's the reason I have included the site in SAP ME here. So after creating a user and providing a role in UME, you provided the authentication to access application. Now you have to provide authorization in SAP ME. So for providing authorization, you need to assign or you need to give a site permission to newly created user. So before that, I will also show you how you can create a site in SAP ME. So first of all, what is the site in SAP ME? So there are two types of sites available in SAP ME. One is the production, another is a transfer site. So here a site where manufacturing work is done. So site is the place or area or a location where you are performing your manufacturing to produce a particular product. So that is your site, and the production site, if you are creating, so you are manufacturing your product on the site. By using site to site transfer, you can transfer your master data from one site to another site. So even SAP ME provides some activity. By using that activity, you can transfer your master data from one site to another site. Because in SAP ME, one site has a master data that will not be shared with the another site. So what is the transfer site? So transfer site is just work as a staging ground where user can use all the system maintenance activity to change the information and prepare the data for another site. So what happens sometimes, suppose you have a transfer site, so you can transfer your data from production site to transfer site, and you can make some changes, and again you can transfer this data to your another production site. So here this is working as a staging ground where just you are making some changes in a data and preparing a data for another production site. Time zone. So time zone you have to provide for your plant. So where your plant are located, accordingly you can give a time zone of the plant or time zone for a site. An initial data load. So initial data loads are mainly used for loading a default value that is available in SAP ME, a default site, and that will be loaded for a newly created sites in SAP ME. So let me go to the application, and this user has no any authorization to access the activity. Let me log out by this user and log in with the site admin user. So site admin user is the user that's created at the time of your SAP ME installation, and that have a access of only one site at the first time, that is a star site, that is known as the a default site or global site in SAP ME. So by logging the site admin user, so this is the star site. You can see you have been logged in with the star site. Okay. So a star site is the first site that gets created whenever you are installing your SAP ME system, and that can be accessed by your site admin user. So first, this is your a global site, a star site. So global site is by default created at the time of the installation, and after that you have to create your own site for your manufacturing execution configuration. So clicking on this site, you can see what all site has been created in a system. So these all are the sites available in this SAP ME system. Okay. So what I am doing, I'm going to create one new site here. So how I can create a new site? So for that, I have to go to the site maintenance. So this is the site. Okay, so before that, let me explain one thing. As I logged into this SAP ME, this is the first screen, or this is your home page of SAP Manufacturing Execution System. Here you can see this is the base 15.2.3.33. This is your version for SAP ME. And the left hand side, you can see a lot of activities are there. Activity and its activity groups. So this area known as activity manager. So activity manager is nothing but a collection of your activity and activity groups. So there are a lot of activity and activity group that I will come later. What is activity and what is activity group? But for now, this is known as activity manager, which consists of multiple activity group and its activity. On the top, this is a site. By clicking on that, you can see how many sites has been assigned to a particular user. So this is the site admin user, and all the sites created automatically will be assigned to the site admin user. And here you can see there is a logout button. So clicking on that, you can log out from SAP ME application. About I will show you information about SAP ME application, like what is the version and all. So you can see what is the version, what is the update of this SAP ME system. So about this SAP ME system, this screen will be shown. And here the help. So clicking on that one link will be open to SAP ME manufacturing execution help. And clicking on the home, you can come to the home screen. So if you have clicked any one of the activity and clicking on home, you can come back again to the home screen. So this is the introduction to just the SAP ME homepage. Now I'm going to create a site. So just Control F and search here a site maintenance. So this is the site maintenance activity. This is the EY activity that gives us the interface to manage our sites in SAP ME. So you can create a site from here. So suppose I am going to create one site. So I'm going to create one site and giving a name that ME demo 01. Let me give only the 4 character. So MED1. So this is the site you can give any alphanumeric number or any numeric number to create the site. So it will allow up to 6 character to create the site, but SAP ERP system allow only 4 characters. So better if you want to integrate your SAP ME system with ERP system. So always create a site with the 4 character. So that will match to your ERP system. So just provide a site name here. So I'm providing here MED1. And after that, I'm giving the site description, ME demo site. And here you can select the site, which type of site you are going to create. So I'm going to create here a production site. And the age local, yes. So I'm going to create this site in the same database on which SAP ME has been installed. And here you can select the time zone. So selecting a time zone depending on at which location your plant available. And now I'm clicking on save. So it takes some time because it's configure the sites, whatever the default values, the standard values available in a global site, it's copies the value from a star site to a newly created site. So it's take a while. So you can see the initial data load is complete and site is created successfully. So clicking on this site, you can see there is a MED1 and ME demo site has been created. You can navigate to this site by clicking on this MED1 and click on OK. So whatever the site you have logged in, that will be available here. So this is the site MED1 on which you have logged in. So at a time, you can log into one site only, but you can have assigned a multiple site. So navigating from one site to another site, you have to click on the site icon, and then you have to select from the available site and you can navigate. So now this is a site creation. So I have created the site, and now I want to assign this site to a user that I have created recently. Okay, so how you can assign a particular site to a user? So just I'm going to user maintenance. So now I have logged in with the site admin, and I am going to assign a MED1 site to the ME a demo user that I have created. So what user I had created? ME. Let me see what user I had created. So go to the configuration, identity management. Okay, so I created at that time ME demo 4. Okay, so now I'm going to log in to SAP ME with the site admin user. Log out and log in. And newly ME D1 site, I'm going to assign to ME demo 1 user. So here you can select ME demo of 4 that we created, retrieve it. Okay, so this user we created, SAP ME demo. Retrieve this user. So this user, what you are going to do here, you are going to assign SAP ME demo user to the site MED1. Okay, so now how you have to do, you have to go to the user group and assign some of the groups from here. At least one group you need to assign, then only SAP ME demo user will be assigned to MED1. So for right now, I'm assigning all. Okay, and save it. And now I'm logging in out and logging with the SAP ME demo user. So can you see, now I logged in with SAP ME a demo user, and you can see the activity now. So why this activity is coming? I have assigned a MED1 site to the SAP ME demo user. So creating a user, assigning some role to access the application is one level of security, and providing some authorization, what all activity can access by a user, that is the second level of security that provided by SAP ME application. So I have provided some roles to this user, and now this user is able to access this all activity. But and this all activity can be accessed, and then this user can perform their task. So this is creating a user, assigning a site to a particular user. Now after assigning a site, user will be able to access a activity list, but I want to use user preference, a specific preference. So what is the user specific preference? So this activity allow a user to set up preference for a particular user for activities or a function the user was assigned a permission to execute. So here the preferences. So let me explain you. So suppose I'm a person who is creating a material day by day. So what I want that whenever I will be logged into SAP ME system, automatically a material maintenance activity will be opened. So I don't have to open it again. So by using this user specific preferences, you can speed up your task. It means you don't have to open again the activity. You can start directly, because ME will open that activity automatically whenever you will be logged into SAP ME. So how it will happen? So first time I logged in with the SAP ME demo user, so nothing activity is executed here unless and until I will not double click on an activity, and that will execute. So what I want, that whenever I log in here, materials maintenance activity will be open automatically. So whenever I will log into a screen, automatically this screen should come. I don't have to click on material maintenance. So for that, you have to do a user preferences. So right here, the user preferences in the control F, and write user control F, user preferences. Double click on that and give a password here. So for password, I'm giving here, and click on retrieve. And you can see here the default activity. So for default activity, just I'm going to select material maintenance. So this is a material maintenance I selected here, that is a PD060. I'm going to save it. Go down and save. I'm logging in out, and again I'm going to log in by ME demo user. Login. So can you see the changes? Automatically a material maintenance activity opened, even I didn't click on material maintenance. So this is the user preferences that you can set for a particular user. Now, so here already we covered that assign a user to a newly created site, how you can assign a user to a particular site. So up to here, what you learn here, that is how you can create SAP ME users, how you can assign a role, and how we can control the access for the user through user group. So that I will show you just now. How to create a site, how to assign a particular user to a newly created site. What is activity manager? What is activity group? I will cover in the next video. I covered that user specific preferences and the hook point and activity hook also I will cover in the next video. So here let me cover first that user group. So what is the user group? So user group in SAP ME to provide authorization to a particular user means what all activity they can access. So that is known as the authorization. So for that, you have to use the user group. So suppose a person or a user belongs to a particular user group can access only a particular list of activity. So for that, what you need to do, you need to go to the user maintenance. And what I am doing for SAP ME demo user, I am retrieving here. And I am going to remove some of the user groups from here. So I'm going to assign only operators user group for group to SAP ME demo user. So what all activity will be what all activity SAP ME demo user will be able to see in activity manager? That depends on operators user group. What all permissions, what all authorizations you have provided on operators user group. Depending on that, SAP ME demo user will be able to access activity in an activity manager. So let me see what all accesses or authorizations available for operators user group. So now SAP ME demo is assigned to only one user group, that is operators. So let me see what are authorization for the operators. So I'm going to the user group maintenance. Okay. Permission or setting are required to run the activity. Let me see what is the error. Okay, so there might be the roles had been not assigned to this user. So let me log in with. Oh, let me log in with same. Let me go to the activity maintenance. PD060. Let me refresh once quickly. Okay, so this error is coming because of that SAP a material maintenance activity is not assigned to operators user group. So for that, this error is coming because I have set up whenever I will be logging. So automatically the material maintenance should be open, but this activity has not been assigned to me. So that's the reason this error is coming. So let's keep it like that. So here I'm going to the user maintenance, but user maintenance is also not assigned to the ME demo user. So for that, what we need to do, go to the user maintenance, but there is no access for the operator. So right now, you can see for SAP ME demo user, only this activity is assigned. So all these activity permissions, only these all are the activity permission is available. So SAP ME demo user cannot see other activity. Only the reason is that he has been assigned to the operators group only. And he cannot assign him or herself other user group. So for that, you have to log in with the site admin. Let me log in with the site admin and assign other activity to the user. So here I'm going to the user maintenance. And here SAP ME demo user, I'm going to assign administrator as well. So if I will log in now with SAP ME demo user, now you can see other activity as well. So go to the user group maintenance. And here user group maintenance operators. Retrieve the operators. So here the user tab will show you what all user assigned to only operators. So there is only one user SAP demo that has been assigned to operators group. Okay. Now coming to the permission tab. So this is the permission tab that control your authorization for the operator. So here, whatever the checkbox available at the execute column. So if you will be checking it, if you will check this checkbox, this activity will be available for this user group and will be visible for all the users who has been assigned to the operator. So right now, the by default, these all are the permission available for the operator. If you want, you can make the changes as well. So if you will be changing, or if you want that some other activities also you want to give to the operators group, you can just check it and save it. That activity will also be allowed for the operators. So this is the user group maintenance inside a permission tab that control the authorization for activity access in SAP ME. So if you are creating a user and you want him to only access a particular number of activity, so you can create your own user group and you can select the activity that you want allowed to give a newly created user and assign that a user group to that user. That's all. So that user will be logging to SAP ME, can see only those activities and the activity manager that has been assigned to him. So till now I covered that how to create a site, how to create a SAP ME users, how you can assign the roles, how you can use the user group for the controlling the authorization, and how you can assign a user to a newly created site. So other topics I will cover in next video whenever I will get time. Thank you very much. Bye.